60 seconds.
Go. How many players will there be today? A single player. Thank you. Gameplay functions as follows. When you have located the correct answer to a question, buzz in to indicate your desire to answer. Then choose the button that corresponds to the correct answer. To buzz in, use these buttons on your controller. You will use the symbol buttons to choose answers to questions.
5, 4.
Now loading.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey there, welcome to You Don't Know Jack. I'm Schmitty, and this is the best thing you can think of to do by yourself. You gotta try using a little imagination, okay? Just so you know, if I seem insensitive to your lonely needs, don't take it personally. I'm just a voice in your TV. You do know that, don't you?
1.
This category is in sports. Sidekick means bench warmer. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. All right, I hope you brought along your little buddy to help you out in this here Sidekicks episode. And I hope your little buddy knows a thing or two about sports. What professional sport do the Dallas Sidekicks play? Indoor soccer, hockey, basketball, or very clever sidekicks? Right, I get it. Must be soccer, of course. Indoor soccer. Man, I'll tell you, there are so many pro leagues these days. Soon, every single person in the country will be a pro athlete.
2.
Category's gonna be Highway to the Heavens. $1,000 at stake on this one. Hey, do you remember BJ and the Bear? The TV truck driver and his monkey sidekick? Boy, I wish I didn't have to pay property tax. Imagine this. BJ kicks the bear to the curb and gets a new shotgun partner, the constellation known as the Great Bear. What would Ursa Major or the Great Bear?
You know, Ursa Major, I've been thinking, let's make the next food stop something light, like Subway. Okay, steak and shake again, stupid bear.
3.
I'm calling this one Ozzy and Lita, the Home Appliance Tour. $3,000 for this one. Oh man, remember way back in the 80s when Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford recorded that bitchin' duet, Close My Eyes Forever? Yeah! If Ozzy and Lita teamed up again to form a bimetallic strip, what helpful function might they serve around your house? Regulating the thermostat on your furnace, operating your electric blanket, toasting your bread to a golden brown. As the name implies, a bimetallic strip is a strip of two pieces of metal that do some weird scientific stuff that you wouldn't understand even if I explained to you, which makes the heat come on. And before we move on to the next question, I'd just like to say, Ozzy! Yeah! Thank you very much. Let's move on. Oh, it's that time again. Get ready for a Dissertatette. Here's the category for your Dissertatette. The secret word is implants. Okay, all right. You think you know the rules. I'll just put 30 seconds on the clock. Zombie, Baywatch and Pete. Johnny. Harry. Lonnie. Hobie. Globy. Last one. Cherry. Perfect. And with time to spare, no less. Here you go. All right, you got your cash. I got some more Jack. Let's get it on.
5.
This one's called Chopped Liver is Not a Fantasy. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Here's the question. Imagine that Mr. Rourke from Fantasy Island is Jewish because he has a tattoo. Which of these is commonly thought to be true under Jewish law? His family must disown him. He cannot be buried in a Jewish cemetery. He is not permitted to enter a synagogue. It's true that tattoos are technically forbidden by Jewish law, and the common misbelief among Jews is that if you have a tattoo, you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery. Although, if it really is a fantasy island, I'd be guessing Mr. Rourke would get himself a Lonnie or a Shawnee instead of a tattoo. You know what I'm saying?
6,
Coming at you. What's a banana's motivation? You get it right, you get 2K. All right, give me your best shot. Suppose you're sick of always playing second banana. If he knows his chemistry, what advice will your agent give so you'll be ripe for a leading role? When fruit ripens, it converts starch to sugar. So if you do the same thing, you'll be a star. And soon you'll be starring in such fine films as Going Bananas 2 and Herbie Continues to Go Bananas.
7,
Up next, The Adventures of Johnny Question. How does $2,000 sound? Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Because his name is Haji, what can cartoon adventurer Johnny Quest assume about his friend? In Islam, Haji is the name given to a person who's made a pilgrimage to Mecca, so Johnny could safely assume Haji's been to Mecca. Now, you know, if I were Haji, I probably would have stayed in Mecca. I mean, what's the point of battling mutated lizards, ex-Nazis, death rays? Plus, you got to put up with that blonde punk kid and his dad. Forget it.
8,
Here's a little something I call My Fair Weather Lady. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Hey, do you remember in My Fair Lady how Professor Henry Higgins taught Eliza Doolittle to say, "The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain," which is so true. Well, if Professor Higgins wants to teach Ms. Doolittle to measure how much rain falls mainly in the... A pluviometer is a device used to measure the depth of rainfall. It can also be used as a tongue twister. Pluviometer, 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 pluviometer. Okay, I think I made my point.
9,
The category is They Go Together Like Babbling Idiots. $2,000 for a correct answer. Hey, you've seen the movie Grease, right? Or the musical, or heard the soundtrack over and over and over? Well, according to the lyrics of the song We Go Together, what do Sandy and Danny go together like? Yippee yippee yip shoo woolly woo, chang chang changity chang shabop, rama lama lama kadingity kadinga dong, or na 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 yippity dippity doo. According to the song We Go Together, Sandy and Danny go together like rama lama lama kadingity kadinga dong. I'd suggest they go together in that flying car of theirs for a visit to Professor Higgins for some speech therapy. Get ready, because you're going to play a When Did Happen. All right, I'm going to show you an event. Oh, you've done this When Did Happen thing before. Great. Let's see how much you remember. The category for this When Did Happen is Wanted One Hot Mac Daddy. Okay, as if Sandy and Danny weren't hot and greasy enough, it's time to whip up a mess of everybody's favorite meal duo in a box, Kraft cheese and macaroni. Take a look at this step from the package instructions. Dump Kraft macaroni into water. So I'm asking, if you're making it the proper way, are you supposed to do this before you dump in the macaroni, after you dump it in, or do you never do it at all? Now, that was a lot of fun, huh? Let's see what happened. Perfect. I knew you had it in you. Let's add that to your war chest. Well, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed that. Shall we get back to the game?
11,
This category is funnier than 4 old broads in a condo. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. See if you can wrap your skull around this. If the TV series The Golden Girls had been called The Golden Eyes, what could have been its theme song? Thank you for being a gemstone. Thank you for being a poisonous plant. Thank you for being a duck. Or thank you for being a snake. That goes in the win column. Golden eyes are a type of North American duck with bright yellow eyes. They walk a lot like Sophia.
12,
The category's gonna be just effing around. You get this one right, you get 3,000 greenbacks. Okay, I have in my hands a very, very old help wanted ad from about 1763. Stupid 18th century English. I can't tell the difference between the F's and the S's. Oh, great. All right, here it is. Jonathan Swift, Oscar Wilde, James Bothwell, or Samuel Richard Fun. James Boswell must have answered this ad because he's famous for writing Samuel Johnson's biography and being his pal. And all those people who mixed up their F's and S's way back then, they can all go suck themselves.
13,
I'm calling this one Muskrat Love Be Not for Landlubbers. I'm gonna make this one $1,000. Okay, what's up with Captain and Tennille, huh? Captain always gets top billing over Tennille? Hello? Say Tennille wants to outrank the captain, huh? How about it? According to the U.S. Navy, what should she change her name to? Captain and Admiral Tennille.
Admiral, we're being attacked!
Captain, calm yourself. There's no vessel on the high seas that can withstand our appealing mix of light pop and ballads.
By God, I hope you're right.
14,
This one's called It's Mr. Bell Calling for Mr. Harry Pitts. I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. So you probably know that Alexander Graham Bell made his first phone transmission to his assistant, Mr. Watson, right? Suppose Mr. Watson tired of Alexander Graham Bell phoning him all the time, so he got caller ID to screen his calls. What could Bell then dial to block? Here's a little tip for you. If you don't want your number to show up on someone's caller ID, dial *67 before making the call. Of course, since Bell was just in the next room, Watson could have just walked over and smacked him in the head with a croquet mallet. Welcome to the Jack Attack. Oh, you already know the attack. Well, don't let me stand in your way. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Here's your clue. Who's your goofy, annoying friend? I like to call him Lil Schmitty, if you must know. Have fun. My friend, you're like some kind of maniac. Let's take a look at your final score. There it is. Well, you did great, but then again, how hard can it be to win against yourself? Find some competition, and then you'll see.
You don't know Jack!
You are the latest addition to the high scoreboard. You have my sincere congratulations. Enter your name, please. Excellent. You should be overwhelmed with happiness. Please express your desire to play again, if that is what you desire.
This is one smooth ride. I can drive over potholes, railroad tracks, foreign compact cars, homeless people sleeping on the street, and I don't even feel a thing. Not even remorse.
The new GMFC Giganto makes defensive driving a thing of the past.
I used to be more cautious when I took my kids to soccer practice, but since I drive the GMFC Giganto, I'm not so worried about paying attention when I drive. I can put on my lipstick, call the girls in my book club, catch a nap.
Safety of Giganto drivers is GMFC's #1 concern.
This car is safe for me and my family. I mean, it's one giant mother freaking car.
With the added height of the GMFC Giganto, it's almost impossible to see the car surrounding you. Kind of makes you feel like you're the only one on the road, you know?
Think you can't afford to drive the GMFC Giganto? You can't afford not to. It's one giant mother freaking car.
He was a general who would become a slave who would become a gladiator who would become a performance artist.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to do some of my art for you. I have things from inside that I would like the rest of the world to sort of understand. Wait, whoa, what? No, lions, no lions. I was not anticipating lions in my piece.
Prepare yourself for Gladiator, the artist. This time, his pain is on the inside.